Yeah, so today we are going to see the FI enterprise structure. Okay, so in the last session, this was the question which function key is used to execute the transaction. Okay, so the function key would be F8. Okay, so if the screen is in executable mode, okay, or there is a screen which can be executed, which will be giving you the result, then you can directly press this F8 and it will open up. Okay. And now these are the topics that we are going to take up, like the hierarchy, which includes the client, company, company code, business area, segment, and we are also having the other entities or the units like credit control area, functional area, and the chart of account. Okay, let's see in our main content. Okay, so in this hierarchy or in this structure of FI, at the top we are having this client. Okay, so the client, as we have already seen in our previous sessions, it is the highest organizational level. Okay, which is having its own master records, the transactional data, or the user master records, or the tables. And if you like technically see it, it is a three digit okay code. Majorly if you see it as like 100 or the 110, 200, 300, 400, 800. Okay, so basically it is of three digit. And if you see it as in a business terms, so it represents a like corporate group. So below this client we are having company. Okay, so in SAP, what this company represents, so it is simply a global entity. And in SAP, actually, it is optional to define the company. And below the company, we can have the N number of the company code. Okay. And so what is the use of this company if it is like optional to define in the like in the SAP? So mainly it is used for the financial statement consolidation purposes, or simply you can say for the group reporting. Okay, for example, there is a one company, let's say there is a Tata Group. Under Tata Group, you are having the number of entities like Tata Motors, TCS, Titans, and other companies. Okay, so you want the consolidated statements of the Tata Group. So in that case, if you define this company, you can have the different entities under it, and you can like extract the financial statements at the company level, which will be representing or giving the group picture. Okay. And below that, we have seen we are having this company code. So company code is the individual or the legal entity which is having its own financial statements. Okay, and it is mandatory to define in the SAP. The reason is at this level only we prepare the financial statements. Okay, and technically, if you see it, it is a four-character alphanumeric key. And then we are having this business areas. Okay, so business areas actually are defined at the client level only, and these are optional again to create in the like SAP. And these business areas, like if they are defined at the client level, then it can also be like assigned to company code A and the company code B. Similarly, we are having the segment. So segment is also defined at the client level, and it can also be assigned to the like number of company codes. So what does these business area and segment represents? So firstly, if you see in the broader picture, both business area and segment are similar. Okay, so this business area actually represents the area of operation. Okay, and it can represent particular product or the process, and it can also represent any of the region also. So what is the purpose of this business area? So it can have the financial statements, and mainly we require it for the segmented and the internal reporting. Similarly, segment can also represent any line of business, okay, like any location or the division. And the difference is the segment is used for the external reporting. For example, if you see as per the accounting principle of US GAAP or IFRS, these principle requires to perform the companies, okay, the segmented reporting. Okay, so it is mandatory to report their business or make the financial statements segment wise. Okay, and this segment is actually assigned in the profit center. Okay, from profit center we derive this segmented data. While the business area we have already seen it is used for the internal reporting purposes. It is not mandatory to define it. And other than these core units of the hierarchy, we are having the other part which are not actually the part of this core hierarchy, but these are interlinked with these entities, or these are assigned to these particular entities. So here if you see, we are having this credit control area. So credit control area is simply a units, okay, which actually tracks and monitor the credit limit for the customers. And in simple way, it actually control the bad debt of the like company, because this credit control area controls the credit limit which has to be extended to any particular customer. Okay, for example, there is a customer and you have defined like 1000 uh, rupees of credit. So while you are creating sales order for that particular customer and that sales order value exceed 1000, you can restrict the creation of that sales order. So this functionality works through the credit control area only. And as we have already seen, this credit control area is defined at the client level. So it may be assigned to the any number of the company codes. And next we are having the functional area. So this functional area is mainly used for the cost of sales accounting. So what is this cost of sales accounting used for? It actually segregates the cost or the expenses based on the functioning, okay, or the functions, like what cost has been incurred on which function, like manufacturing, it is on the administration or the sales part, or on the research and development. So for that purpose, we define the functional area, and again it is defined at the client level. And next we are having the chart of account. So chart of account simply contains the list of the general ledgers. Okay, or in simple way you can say it controls and manages all the GL accounts. It controls the length of the GL, what length you can give for the GL, and it also controls the GL which can, like which type of posting can be accepted by the GL, like the asset related posting or the customer or the vendor postings, which posting can be allowed in a GL. These things also controlled by the chart of accounts itself. Okay, and it also controls the whether GL can accept negative posting or not, can be assigned to one or more than one company codes. So this the relation of the chart of account with the company code is 1 to n. Okay, so this is the brief introduction of the hierarchy or the enterprise structure of the FI. For example, we are having at the top client, so company A, company B. A number of the companies can be assigned to client. Under one company, we can have the n number of the company codes. So many company code can be assigned to the single company. Okay, and then we are having this business area and this segment which can be assigned to the number of company codes. Okay. Okay, let's start with our question section. So the first question is, the segment is derived from which object of SAP? So in this section itself, we have seen that the segment is maintained under the master data of the profit center. So same, this segment is derived from the profit center itself. Okay. And the second question is, which I want to give the answer in the comment section, like profit and loss statements are generated at what level? Okay, so give the answer in the comment section. Thank you. We will be meeting in the next session.